Recording. Has that got a red? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's for my tea. Right, so we can see there.
We're both in view, that's good.
Right. Hello folks, welcome to the last of the apple tasting for 2022 to 2023 season. And Nigel's, well, I'll let you tell them about these, Nigel, when you pick them.
Okay, we're in a different venue, as you'll notice. We're actually at North Kilworth today. We've just taken some time to set the cameras up. Today we're looking at a selection of very late apples. All of these are very good flavour at their correct time of year, but what we're looking at today is not so much how good they are, but how well they've stored, because today is March the 16th. So we're just seeing which of these are giving a decent flavour, a decent texture halfway through March. First one is an apple that we've met before. This is MM106. This is an apple which some of you may have heard of before, because it's the fruit that you get from rootstock trees. MM106 is a very common rootstock. It's what you graft other apples onto, but it is a good apple in its own right. And it stores quite well. And it's high in vitamin C.
Well, my initial thoughts are it's not too hard, not too soft. The skin is easy to digest, and it's got a bit of taste. It's nice.
It's not what you call an outstanding apple, right, is it? But it's perfectly acceptable. If you were given it for your lunch, you'd just eat it without comment, probably. There's a little bit of flavour. Texture is, as Julie says, fairly soft.
Not bad.
But there's a little bit of firmness. It's okay.
I'd enjoy eating one of those.
Now, our scoring system is on a 5-point scale, remember. 3 is average. Anything below 3 is unpleasant in some way. 4 is very good, and 5 is the best apple you could possibly imagine.
Well, I'm going to give that 4.
4. Yeah, I think I'm going to give that. Yeah, I agree. A 4. 4 is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That has stored pretty well, and if you had a tray of those, you'd eat them without any problem at all. Let's put that back up there. Right, this little apple is one we've met before. It's the Durant apple, found in Norfolk. It's a sort of brownish red. Oh, that's too much skin on it.
No, you're right.
It's quite small, usually quite sweet. It's highly scented. You can smell it from here. Going a little bit soft. And it has a little bit of the Parma Violets flavour. You might remember those sweets from years ago. Well, it's not bad, is it?
It isn't, no.
It's acceptable.
Yeah, again, it's not a 5, but...
It's a 4-ish, isn't it? 4,
yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a wild seedling found by Brian Durant some years ago in a hedge in Norfolk. The next one is one we have not met before. It's the first fruit that we've had from a tree from Austria. This is known as Crown Prince Rudolph. Crown is spelt with a K because it's in German. This was a good flavour in December. I'm not sure how well it keeps I've not met it before, apart from a brief tasting in December. Oh, to me that tastes very tired. I think it's at the end of its life, isn't it?
Yeah, for me it's neither bad nor good. I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a 2.5. I wouldn't really want to eat that.
Oh, well, I could eat it, but it just doesn't hit the mark.
No, but there's nothing wrong with the apple, it's just that it's beyond its storage date.
Yeah.
So 2.5, 3. Next one is a very late keeper that we found growing at the side of the road in Oxfordshire, near Burford. We call it Burford Yellow. These are usually picked well after New Year. This is a very long-lasting apple.
Nigel?
Yeah, wild seedling again. It's not a recognised variety. It's not that unlike the first one, is it? It's
Not at all, no.
a bit more.
Yeah.
It's got a nice texture to it, still crispy. Quite pleasant. There's nothing really distinctive about the flavour, but it's...
I'll give it a 4.
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. You'll have to excuse any background noise, folks. We are on a working marina here. It's where I live, and you know, people do come in to get the post and that, and obviously somebody's brought the dog along.
Right, next one is an apple from Croft, which is where we usually do our tastings, or we've done them up to now. This was found near the entrance to the old quarry, and we call it Croft Late. It's an apple we usually pick round about Christmas Day. That's very firm still. And it has some strange flavours in it. It's sweet. There's an aftertaste there of celery, believe it or not, celery.
Skin's a bit on the tough side.
Yeah.
Not for me, no.
Yeah. There's even a slight flavour of freshly shelled peas.
Now to me, this is, I would say a 3.5. It doesn't hit the mark for me at all.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an oddity. So the texture is kept very good. But the flavour is unusual, a little bit odd. So 3.5, you say?
I'll give it a 3, actually.
3, okay. Yeah, I think I'll give it a 3.
Yeah.
The next apple we have not tasted before in a film tasting. This is the one we call Seagrave Late. It was found near the golf club in Seagrave. Oh, it's slightly discoloured. I think this is past its sell-by date. Rather soft.
Skin's okay to eat.
It's not entirely unpleasant, is it?
No.
It's starting to discolour, so it is past its its best by date, but the skin's pleasant. That was very nice in January. I think it's still worth a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is an apple from, where are we? Oh, this is Webster. This is an apple from America. This is a pink-fleshed apple. Better for cooking, really, than eating. Got a lovely colour, as you can see here. This is quite high in tannin usually, but we did have a lot of sun in the summer, so possibly it will be a bit sweeter than normal. Ooh. It's a bit squidgy, that, isn't it? It's doughy, soft.
It's got an aftertaste as well.
Oh, and I can taste the bitterness. I don't want to eat any more of that. Oh, that's definitely less than... That's a 2 for me, I think. Just about edible if you're fairly hungry.
2.5.
2.5, yeah.
That works and that.
Yeah, so it's towards the end of its life, but I cooked some of these last week and they were great. They're really nice for cooking. And here is a similar apple. This is Burford Red Flesh. This is from California. And this is also pink-fleshed. Oh, you can see this one is only pale pink this year. And this usually has a similar flavour to the last one. In fact, it's cutting without any noise at all, so it's not crunchy, it's soft. Is it as bad as the last one? It doesn't really have any flavour, it's sort of cardboard and doughy, isn't it? I think I'm going to rate that lower than the last one. I wouldn't want to eat one of those.
No.
But it's okay when you cook it. When you cook it, the appley flavour comes back. I'm going to give that a 1.5. The next one is an American apple, again from California. This is known as crimson gold. You can see it's a sort of yellowish colour this year, yellowish green. I've never actually seen it with any crimson in it, but it's usually quite a decent eating apple. That tastes a bit tired as well, doesn't it? It's certainly past its best. It's a little bit sour. Skin's okay, texture's a little bit soft.
For me, that's a 3. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's okay, isn't it?
It's okay.
Our next is from Switzerland. This is a little apple that's been bred for growing in pots. This one is actually grown in the ground. And it comes from Lubera nurseries.
Yeah.
It feels quite firm. I've never had them store as late as this before. Yeah, the storage that I do is in a little cellar that we've got. It's not cold storage, but it's natural storage in a cellar. What do you think of the flavour of that one?
It hasn't really got one, has it?
No, it's a bit cardboardish. Texture's still there, but it's still fairly crunchy. But I wouldn't really want to eat one of those. Not at this time of year.
No, it's a 3 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 2. But remember, there are not many apples that store as late as this with natural storage.
No, when you think about it, it's only another 3 months, so we probably having another apple tasting.
Well, it won't be long, and it won't be long before the...
Well, 4 months maybe.
4 months,
4
yeah.
months.
It won't be long before the blossom's out again.
Yeah.
This one is Honeycrisp.
We've not had this one.
No, we haven't. This is an apple, I believe it's from Minnesota, and it's the Minnesota State apple, and it reputedly is a very good keeper, and it's got a slight pale yellow flesh, as you can see. Excellent flavour. And it was released something like 20 years after it was bred. It took a long time to get certificated and released. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a 4 for me.
Definitely. I think that deserves another little...
It's sweet.
Is that this?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's very nice. In fact, even a 4.5, possibly. It's clearly at the end of its life, but it's very decent flavour.
Yeah.
I think for me, that's the highlight today.
Yes, definitely.
And our last one is an apple bred by Albert Etta in the orchard he had in California. This is Christmas Pink. We've seen this one before.
Oh, this was my favourite.
Yes. Oh no, that was
No,
Christmas
that
Pippin.
Pink.
Christmas Pippin. The Christmas Pink is a pink-fleshed apple.
Right.
And it often stores pretty well. One of the best storing apples in the red flesh category. Yeah, Julie, see what's left of that. Quite firm, quite sweet.
Just doesn't hit the mark for me there.
Yeah,
It's got flavour and that, but...
yeah.
I mean, it's certainly alright.
Yeah, I quite like it. It's got a sort of citrusy, slightly acidic taste. There's not really any tannin much in it, but it's not that appley, is it really?
No.
Yeah, it's a little bit unusual. I like that. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5. Its texture and flavour for me are quite attractive.
I'll give it 4.
Okay. But it is slightly past its best.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a varied selection. I'll just have a look at this, then I'll turn it round so you can read the score sheet. So we've got MM106 and Durant high scoring with 8, Burford Yellow with 8, and then the Honeycrisp and Christmas Pink 8.5. Possibly we've been a little generous with those last two. And the Webster and Burford Red Flesh bottom scoring rather sour and unless you cook them, not very nice to eat at this time of year. There's our score sheet. I hope that's visible. let us know what you think about the new venue for filming. I hope that is satisfactory for you. Anything you'd like to add, Julie?
No, just thank you all for continuing to watch the videos and to comment.
Yeah, and if you like,
much appreciated.
Yeah, if you like the new video or the new setting here, we'll be doing plenty more next apple season, and the first tasting probably will be in early September. That's what I anticipate.
I think this is actually quite a nice place.
Yeah, it's nice and peaceful. The acoustic seems okay.
Nice backdrop. Not that you can really see it, but I might just add a little bit of a.
Yes, perhaps as we finish, you could pick the camera up and just aim it outside so that people can see what's there.
Yeah.
Right, thank you for watching.
Okay, thanks.
Right, let's take a...
There we are then, folks. And believe it or not, hang on, where's my finger?
Is your boat there?
My boat's just there, the one with the bike at the back.
Oh, I see, yes, the one with the bike tied at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
And on this bit of grassy area here, we've actually got some swans that just started to make their nest. So,
Yes, they obviously know we've got a camera, so they're hiding it.
yeah. And then you just see some of the boats. In fact, should we have a peep outside, folks? Can't get in if it's shut. There we are, folks. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, thank you for watching.